Are those the ones that couldn't find out how to get in here? Oh my goodness, pier runners. Valletta, Malta. We've arrived. What a cool little port this is. I think we're going to make our way up to the city center by walking. This is our first day without an excursion. We're going to do our own thing here. So yesterday we did an excursion to Taormina in Italy, and actually Sicily, part of Italy. And I just didn't bring the camera. My throat was just really, and I just didn't want to. I just didn't really want to talk, and I felt like I wouldn't do a good job. And I already struggle in front of the microphone a little bit anyway. So today, though, we are going to, like I said, do an adventure here. I'm going to show how easy it is to get into town. I don't think it's very hard, although I've never been here. And come join us as we check out this wonderful little country. This is officially our sixth country on this tour so far. So quite amazing, and looking forward to it. So you can get a horse-drawn carriage if you want to get around the town. There's a ton of taxis that are waiting for you when you get off the ship. They say €5 to the city center. You can do a bus from over there for $1. But we're walking up the hill right next to the ship here, making our way.
Let the horse be in shape.
Look at that guy go.
He's prancing.
He's running.
I love him.
Crazy. There's some stairs right off the road as you make your way up here. If you keep going the road, it takes you around to the hospital. These stairs go on for a while. I mean, you're looking at a pretty big hill here that this city sits on. Once you do the work, I think you're in pretty good shape. Of course, you can do hop-on, hop-off bus tours. Another one. Or you can take the transit. The city over there. This is the top of the stairs. We went all the way up. And we're in this little roundabout here. So there's the ship. Made our way up. It's like we walked up to the 17th, 18th floor of the ship. But we're peeking out here, I think, once we get around this corner up here. Malta Stock Exchange. That's what the building sign says over there. Fascinating. This is the saluting battery. Apparently they come down here and fire these things off at noon. There might be more times. Noon and 4. Pretty cool. And the ship's right over there. So there's actually a lift that brings you up here from down below. I read about it online, but I didn't feel like walking that way and looking for it. I also think it's €1 to ride it, so we just walked. But if you come straight down the road from the ship, instead of taking the hill to under here, you come directly up to this saluting battery. That might be worth it if you don't want to walk as hard and strenuous up the hill. There's your city over there. I think we're gonna make our way back along the shore eventually. I don't know, we'll see. It doesn't look like as nice a walk over there though, so I'm not sure how we're gonna do this. It's pretty cool back there. One big long street up and down. This is a hilly city here. It's just a very different town. The streets are a little wider than other places we've been, that's for sure. There's a lady here doing hand art silk for these scarves that she has, 100% silk, drawn out, especially by her. This is pretty nice. I love how these doors in the street here don't have graffiti. Barcelona's filled with graffiti on those doors. And here, haven't seen any so far. Even in the cannabis store, there's none. Whoa.
Nothing around here,
Alright, so we've made it into this little square in front of another church here. Bell towers, The clocks, I'm sure, have been added since. Looks a little bit off. It says March right now.
Yeah.
So I made my way over to the entrance of the St. John's Cathedral. 15 euros to get in. Not really my speed, 15. This is an interesting thing right here. A little, I don't know, like a walkway outside the building that has windows and covered walk. The little green room there goes around the corner up to here. See, whereas over there you have a balcony with no covering. Then this looks just amazing right here. Old British telephone. You can see their influence on this community here. So this is the Grand Palace entrance. It's like $12 to get into it, and that's the one that has the cool little green vestibule type thing going on. Where some of these balconies are just, we can open your window and get some of the wonderful cross breeze going on here. Apparently they have some bomb shelters down here you can go check out. It's pretty crazy. World War II, I'm assuming. This is the fort of St. Elmo. You can see some cannons over here. Out on the end of the peninsula here. Yes. So it looks like you have another one across the way on the other side. They're just protecting this harbor over here, this port, right, with their cannons and everything. And then of course you had the battery further up the way that we already looked at. If they actually made it into the port, they were going to get blasted by the battery. There's the city up there again from down here. And we get the joy of walking back up that hill. I think we're going to end up going in the Grand Palace. I mean, you know, we could go in this fort, but I think we'll do our entrance into the Grand Palace today. So you could do that fort for 10 euros. We opted for the Grand Master Palace. The building being rehabbed here. I get the sense that there's a lot of rehab going on. But wow, the woodwork on the entrance here and just the massive building, the floor, super cool. Buckingham Palace, the governor of Malta. This is the palace of the British Empire. 450 years and counting. And here's that fort that we walked to, and you could see on the other side of the water they have another fort that we were looking at, and that's how they stopped the siege, bombed the mess out of the Turkish warships. They're basically giving you all the history here of this place, which is very fascinating. So this gets us into the courtyard now. And look at these doors, my goodness. So big. It cost us 12 euros to get in here. I'm glad we chose this. This seems like a nice tour so far, for sure. Here we go. The entrance into this part of the palace is very grand. That's why they call it the Grand Master's Palace here, huh? This is the Grand Palace. What do you think? It's very elegant, right? Wow, this brings you into this room. Oh, this room is so cool. Look at this. Knights. This is awesome. Yeah. You guys, this was a great place to come. Collection of Armory in here. It's apparently considered to be one of the biggest, maybe not the biggest, but one of the biggest collections of armories around. So cool. Everything, you can lop things off, you can gouge them, you can spear them, all kinds of craziness here.
Oh, I'm not touching it. There's...
Yeah, cannonballs. You don't want to get hit with one of those things. 1600s. They got pistolas. These look like yeah, 1700. These are pistola. Look at the drums. Look at those rifles. Little trumpet. We're going into battle. Watch out, here we come. Whoa, look at that musket. The big opening. The blunderbuss. These rifles and these things are just way cool. This is quite the armory, you guys. Look at these things.
Yeah.
Shooting long distance bullets out of there. 50 cal. And of course you need coverings for your horse's head as well.
Oh, that's so cute.
Those bullets are like shrapnel. My goodness. So after you leave the armory, you go straight into this room, into this hallway. Really cool. Very fascinating. You can see why they call it the Grand Palace. So we've entered another big room here. Not really sure what this room was for. They have a table with a couple of chairs on it. Like they might have done some signature signing, deal making here in this room with different various leaders on the wall up here. These wood doors. Yeah. And then, my goodness, this hallway. These hallways are just so grand. And the floor. Prince of Wales room. This is the Prince of Wales room. Wow.
That's really crazy.
There's just so much detail in here. Even to the wood closet. This is where you hang out. Billiards room. Wow. Into another room over here. These giant paintings. It's a vase. Wow. Really cool. The history here, you guys. The decorations. Place for some dignitary, king, whatever, monarch, whatever you want to call them. Place for them to sit. The intricate tile work here. With the crust. The pictures. So we're exiting all these cool corridors and rooms here. for this staircase. And it goes up and out those doors if you want. Down here. Much more crowded now, later in the afternoon than it was earlier when we got out here. And we didn't even get out here early. So the crowds are out here now. What do you got there?
Some gelato. It's hazelnut and strawberry.
The real gelato.
Yes, real gelato.
How
Found
could you
another
tell?
good one.
Another good one, okay. This is a more modern looking building here amongst all of the old school buildings. Like that. Those green little balcony areas are super cool. The Grandmaster Palace is amazing. Definitely one of the coolest armory exhibits I've ever seen, and well worth it. I would suggest that. To me, that was the coolest little museum here on this island for sure. And here's the fountain that we came up to when we first started up here, but we came on the other side of those buses over there and walked around that way through the battery. Some more pier runners. We got more runners coming. These guys are running. He's saying wait. He's yelling wait.
It's 4:15. Come on.